The Office of the Press Secretary or OPS confirmed that the new appointed officials are former Philippine National Police Academy Chief Gilbert Cruz as Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission or PAOCC Undersecretary and lawyer Rogelio Pig as the Office of the Executive Secretary or OAS Undersecretary for Strategic Action and Response Office. Previously, Cruz was appointed by former President Duterte as permanent member of the Dangerous Drugs Board and was also the Director of Police Regional Office, while Peg served from 2008 to 2010 as the Valenzuela City's Administrator and Chief Political Affairs Officer at the House of Representatives from 2004 to 2009. The oath-taking rites took place at the office of the Executive Secretary, Lucas Bersamin. In other developments, China committed to importing fruits from the Philippines, emphasizing its readiness to accept high-value and locally made agricultural products from the country. President Marcos Jr. embraces signed deals with Chinese President Xi Jinping after a reported total of 14 bilateral agreements in various fields such as agriculture, infrastructure, development cooperation, maritime security, and tourism. Consequently, Chinese President Xi Jinping agreed to find a solution and made a compromise when President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. brought up the discussion about the state of Filipino fishermen in the West Philippine Sea in order to ensure the livelihood of our country's fishermen and prevent any misunderstandings. The trade imbalance between the two nations, renewable energy, interpersonal ties, climate change, tourism, cultural and educational exchanges also became topics of discussion between the two presidents. For Senate updates, Senator Grace Poe called on Malacanang to revive the COVID-19 testing requirements and policies for all travelers bound to arrive in the Philippines coming from China as it records continuous COVID-19 cases. Senator Poe cited that other countries such as the United States, Britain, France, Canada, Japan, South Korea, India, Israel, Morocco, Italy, and Spain have already re-established travel restrictions on travelers from China, prompting Malacanang to formulate travel restrictions immediately. Meanwhile, Senator Raffy Tulfo encouraged airline companies to provide discounted airfare for returning overseas Filipino employees who were impacted by a technical issue on New Year's Day at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport or NAIA. He stated that the inability of the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines or CAAP to maintain the communications, navigation, and surveillance systems for air traffic management should not have a negative effect on OFWs. In our related news, the Department of Migrant Workers, or DMW, was able to provide help to approximately 3,000 overseas Filipino workers, or OFWs, who were impacted by the New Year's Day air system glitch at NAIA that resulted in multiple flight cancellations. DMW Undersecretary Hans Leo Kakdak stated that the department assisted the OFWs in rebooking their flights and that they were given food packages and hotel accommodations while awaiting their flight schedules. Kakdak said that DMW has sent teams to NAIA to continuously aid OFWs. Moving on, the Home Development Mutual Fund, also known as the Pag-ibig Fund, announced that it will postpone the annual increase in member contributions for the third time. JC Ogaire has a full story.
The Home Development Mutual Fund, or also known as Pag-ibig Fund, announced that it would put off the yearly increase in the members' payment for a third time. According to the agency, it had the support of their stakeholders in 2019 to put forth the anticipated contribution increase for members from 100 to 150 into effect in 2021. The current minimum monthly contribution of Pag-ibig members is at 200 pesos, which is equally shared by employers and employees. The agency's declaration followed President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s directive to postpone this year's 4% to 4.5% premium rate increase for PhilHealth members in light of the current socio-economic constraints brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic. For Golden Nation Network, this is JC Ogaire.
The Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board, or LTFRB, will now start to accept application for Transport Network Vehicle Service Units on January 9. Deniza Lopez has the full details.
The Land Transportation and Franchising Regulatory Board, or LTFRB, announced that the applications for 4,443 Transport Network Vehicle Service, or TNVS slots, will begin on January 9, 2003. LTFRB Technical Division Head Joel Bolano said that they will accredit first the chosen Transport Network Company, or TNC, of the applicant before proceeding their application to the board of LTFRB. He also said that applications for TNVS slots now will be submitted personally and not online to ensure that the documents are safe and conforms with the LTFRB. Furthermore, Grab Philippines country head Grace Vera Cruz stated that they will strive to give consumers a better mobility experience through their platform. For Golden Nation Network, this is Daniza Lopez.
Up next on News Foods. Iloilo Representative Janet Garin advises government agencies to refer on science-based responses in China's COVID-19 situation. Manila City Government announces road closure on January 6 to 9 for Feast of the Black Nazarene. Caraga LGUs implement business one-stop shop scheme. Stay tuned for more stories and reports when News Force returns.